What up, yogis? My name is Daniel Cumming and welcome to your flow. So this is the first in the series introducing you to different types of twists. So if you've been following me over the last few months, I've been focusing on a different type of pose or type of movement and slowly progressing towards that as the month goes on. So this is the first class of the month and this will be focusing on twists. So in the previous, we've focused on moving forward and back. So we've done flexion and extension where the bound warrior 3 is the peak pose. And then we did side bends. So we've done lateral flexion and extension for the last one without a change asana as a peak pose. And then this time we're going to focus on twists. So then we've got the transverse movement because that's the main planes of movement. So we've got forward and back, flexion and extension. Then we've got our sideways movement. And then we've got our twists. So we're going to focus on twists. So this will be the shortest and the easiest of the flows. If you'd like to have a bolster or a pillow or something to just prop your hips up, it can be quite comfortable. We won't be here for too long though, but if you want to grab that, you can grab that now. So we'll start in a comfortable cross-legged position. So I'm in a half lotus with one foot stacked above. You don't need to do that. You can have both feet together in more of a diamond position if you can't cross your legs. You can have them out a little bit further if that's more comfortable. Otherwise, you can just cross your legs, whatever works for you. Either way, I want you to press down through the base of the body, through the tailbone, and then extend all the way up. So as you press down through the base of the body, we extend up through the crown of the head, and then just tuck the chin a little bit. Soften the hands onto the knees, and just focus breath into the belly. So as we inhale, belly expands forward and out, filling full of air as we breathe in through the nostrils. And as you breathe out through the nostrils again, deflating the belly, drawing the lower belly in, but then keeping the strong posture. So let's inhale both arms up towards the ceiling, reaching, and then as palms connect, exhale down through center. Let's do that 2 more times. Inhale, reaching arms out and up. Exhale, in and down. Good. 1 more time. Inhale up, but then we twist on the exhale. So as we exhale, take your right hand to your left knee and place the left hand close to the lower back of the left hip, either on your bolster pillow or just the hand on the ground. So don't lean too far into it. We want to have the chest stacked fairly above the hips. Don't hunch the shoulders up too much. See if you can relax the shoulders down and then look gently over the left shoulder. Now when we twist, we don't want to twist 100%. So if you're forcing it, back off probably about 60% max. So when I say 60%, if 100% is you forcing the twist, you want to go to close to about half that. So tuck the chin a little bit, top of the head to the ceiling. Maybe a gentle little smile, and then coming back to the breath. We're here for 2 or 3 breaths. Nice belly expansions. So the belly expansions can really help because once you're twisting, when you expand the belly and this whole midline of the body, you should feel it in the hips a little bit. And that'll expand on your twist a bit more. Good. Next, exhale, coming back to center. Inhale both arms up and we'll just bring palms back to the center again, just for a little bit in between, and then we'll go twist to the other side. Inhale both arms up and then exhale left hand, right knee, right hand in behind the body. So again, quite close to the body, doesn't have to be touching, but just enough that you can prop yourself up straight. So if you need a block or something to put your hand on to prop yourself up straight, do that. Maybe 60% effort max. You can gently look over that right shoulder, or if it's uncomfortable for the neck, you can just have a neutral neck and just look in line with your chest. So we're twisting from the top half of our body. So when we twist, we always, not always, but we're mostly isolating the top half of the body. So we want to actively stay pressing down through the base of the body. So we don't want to slump and get lazy. We don't want to kind of be in this lazy twist. We want to be strong, long posture. 1 more breath in, and then exhale, both hands back into center. Inhale, both arms up. Exhale, palms back in front of the chest. Let's go back to the other side of the twist, but first we'll cross our legs the other way if they're crossed. So whatever your crossed legs are, swap them around a little bit, readjust. Inhale, both arms up. And let's take that twist again. So right hand, left knee, left hand in behind the body. Draw the lower belly in, just 2 breaths this time. Good. Inhale, both arms up, press down through the base of the body. Knock over any wooden clubs you have. And then exhale over to the other side. So left hand, right knee, right hand in behind the body. Just 2 breaths. Good. Inhale, both arms up. And then exhale, both hands down through center. Place them on the knees. And we'll just take a few little circles. So what I want you to do is just lightly press down on the knees, lift up through the chest, and just start to take little circles. So in whatever direction, doesn't matter. We'll end up doing both. So what I want you to do is focus on the chest. So the chest would lean forward, to the left, to the back, to the right. Almost looks like you're doing kind of body pops. If you ever did pop and locking, hip hop stuff. And we roll around. So we're isolating the top half of our body, keeping the lower part of the body pressing down. So that's how we get a lift. And then you can reverse that circle. Yeah, so we're just practicing isolating the top half of our body, moving around. And this actually gets all the transverse muscles going. Really good core stability. Good, and then we'll come up and over to all fours. So you can release whatever bolster or block or pillow you have. You can put it off to the side. And we'll come to an all fours position. So wrist stacked beneath the shoulders, knees stacked beneath the hips. And we'll just start to continue that circular motion. But first we press into the fingertips. So like piano keys, pressing in one at a time just to warm up the wrists and the fingertips. And once you've got that kind of claw-like motion pressing in, just start to circle through the body. But as you press into the fingertips, see if you can relax the actual wrists a little bit. Loosening off through the elbows and shoulders. And just starting to move a little bit. So loosening off the hips. The feet can be tucked under with the toes, or the tops of the feet can be flat. And letting the head hang a little bit. So you can kind of just gently nod the head a little bit to loosen off the neck. And then reverse in the direction. So just rotating a different way. Good, and then starting to make it more like figure 8. So rather than a little circle, see if you can make them more in a figure 8 type shape. That's it. And then we'll come down onto our belly. So tucking the chin, looking in between the hands, nice and slow. Bending the elbows, pressing into the pinky fingers, lowering your whole body down. And then just shuffle the feet back, reach both hands forward, press into the fingertips, tucking the chin, press the tops of the feet in the ground, and extend long through the body. Lifting the left hand and lifting the right foot. Lifting the left hand and the right foot, just for 2 breaths. So operating the different sides of our body. And then exhale back down, other side. So right arm up, left leg up. Right arm up, left leg up. Good, just for 2 or 3 breaths. Good. And then bring the hands to frame the chest, elbows in. Inhale, lift the chest, pull the weight back to the hips, and then exhale to your first child's pose. So sinking the hips back towards the heels, softening through the shoulders, relaxing elbows down, forearms down, and just swaying gently side to side, loosening everything off. If you ever need to roll out the wrists a little bit, if they get a bit tender, interlace the fingers. And you can just roll, draw little figure 8s with the wrists, just loosening off. That's it, coming back to an all fours position. Now what we'll do this time, we're going to take a little gentle twist. So bring both hands closer together. So from the side, if they're like this underneath your shoulders, bring them a little bit closer together, almost making a little bit of a diamond shape. We'll look to our right shoulder, or over our right shoulder, and then inhale that right arm up towards the ceiling. And then as you exhale, place the back of the right hand underneath and just reach so your fingertips touch the ground. We inhale, turn and open, right arm to the ceiling. And then exhale, just reach as far as you can underneath the body, not turning too much, press the fingertips into the ground. Good, one more time. Inhale, turn, right arm up, And then exhale, reaching right hand underneath, press the fingertips, and then replace the right hand. Let's do the same thing with the left. So inhale the left arm up, turning the chest to face the left side of the room. And then as you exhale, we tuck that left hand underneath the body and see how it reaches. So just press the fingertips into the ground. Inhale, turn, left arm up. Exhale, turn and reach, left hand underneath the body. So just go slow, turn from the middle of the body. So turn the chest and the arm will follow. Exhale underneath. Nice work. Bring the hands back. Let's take the right foot forward for a low lunge position. So right foot forward, left knee back. Remember that you can place the left knee on a pillow or some padding or extra mat or whatever you need. The more left knee is back, the less pressure on the knee. Inhale, both arms up. And then relax the shoulders, open up the palms, draw the hips forward. And make sure that left hip is going forward as well. We don't want to let it twist us too much. We want to keep this half of our body isolated a little bit. Good. So I'm going to show you a little twist movement we'll do. So we inhale both arms up, and then as you exhale, the left hand stays forward, and then the right arm opens up. So not straight back, but almost like it's a big hug. Yeah? So imagine you've got this giant teddy bear to the right side of you and you're reaching around. Okay, so we don't want that right arm straight back. We want it curled around a little bit, if that makes sense. We inhale, lift up, exhale, hug the teddy bear. 2 more. Inhale, reach up and forward. Exhale, so left arm straight forward, right arm back, nearly in line. Good. Last one. Exhale, twist. Good. Inhale, both arms up. And then exhale, both hands come to meet that right foot. Right knee back. Let's swap for the other side. Left foot forward, low lunge. So right knee back. You can walk the hands up the front of the leg if you need. Hips forward. Setting yourself up. Inhale, both arms up. Hug the teddy bear to the left. So right arm forward, left arm back. But we lead with the elbow. So if you look, my left elbow moves forward and then my arm. We inhale. You might want to watch. So as I exhale, right arm goes forward, left elbow goes back, and then I reach my arm after the elbow. So the elbow leads. If I move my elbow first, my torso moves with my elbow. Otherwise, if I just move my arm, my torso might not move, if that makes sense. So you can't even keep your elbow bent start. Let's try it with the elbow bent. Inhale, and then elbow stays bent. And then we can reach out. Yeah, last one. And then exhale back. So this movement will evolve over the next few classes into a kind of like bow and arrow drawing movement that we'll do in more of a vinyasa flow. Exhale, both hands down, and then left knee back. So we're just evolving and progressing through types of movements. So these movements will evolve. So if they seem a little bit silly initially, they are for a particular purpose. So just moving on all fours, loosening off. And then other direction. And we'll make our way to our first downward dog. So walking the hands a little bit forward, not too much, lifting the chest, lifting the knees, pressing through the hands, bending the knees to start off with, and looking underneath the body towards the feet, opening up through the shoulders, broadening through the fingertips. And then you can just start to gently pedal out through the feet. So pressing one heel down at a time, getting out any little cracks. If you want, you can stretch out a leg at a time. So if you're familiar with downward dog, it may feel good to just reach a foot back each time. Otherwise, if you're not familiar with downward dog, you can come to the knees at any time if it gets a bit much. Otherwise, just focus on relaxing through the shoulders, bending the knees, and feeling like the chest is drawing underneath the body towards the feet, while letting the head kind of just hang there. Let's take 2 breaths in and out. So breathe in through the nose, out through the mouth this time. And that'll help release any tension. 1 more breath in. Out through the mouth. Good. So this time, we'll take our right foot up and back in behind the body, nice and long. You may want to transfer the weight onto the left hand and come onto the right set of fingertips, but the right foot will come through for a lunge position. So right foot is forward, left foot is back. Make sure that back heel is off. The left knee is off this time. And we want both sets of toes facing directly forward. We draw and zip everything up through center. Yeah, inhale, lift up. And then open up through the hands, shoulders relax. So make sure that back heel doesn't rotate down. It's not a warrior two position. We keep it facing forward, back heel is off, almost like you're about to launch and go for a run. If that's too unstable for you, lower the back knee back down. Good, so this might throw you off balance a little bit, but give it a try. So we'll inhale, lift up, and then we'll turn to face the right again. So on the exhale, elbow leads, and then we open up. If you get too wobbly, just hold this position and skip that, okay? Don't let that back heel fall down. 2 more. Inhale, exhale, turn to face the right. If you squeeze the inside of the legs together, that'll help you keep the stability. Smiling might help as well. Might not help you keep your stability, but it'll ease the tension if you lose your balance a little bit. Inhale, both arms up. And then we lower the left knee down with our hands down. So the left knee is on the floor, left hand down, right arm up. So inhale, right arm lifts up towards the ceiling, similar to what we're doing on all fours. And then as you exhale, we drape the right arm underneath the right knee. See, like this, tuck the chin, and then hug it a little bit. We inhale, turn and open, right arm up. And then exhale, surrender that right arm underneath, tuck the chin, curl in a little bit. 2 more times. Inhale, right arm up, turn the chest to face the right knee, and then exhale, drape that hand underneath the body. 1 more time. Inhale, lift and open, and then exhale, right hand down, right knee back. Let's lower all the way down to our belly. Let's take 5 seconds. Tuck the chin, look in between the arms. Slowly, 5, 4, core is on, 3, 2, 1. Tops of the feet down, elbows in but not squeezing. Teeter back, so pull the weight back to the hips. Inhale, lift the chest. And then exhale, sinking everything back to a child's pose position, just for a breath or 2. And then making your way back to downward dog once you're ready. Taking some time to reconnect with the breath. Finding your way back to downward dog when you're ready. Remember that you can press the elbows and forearms down instead of using the wrists. If you have tender wrists at any time, you can take downward dog like this instead. Yeah. So listen to your body. Don't push it too much. But also, don't get too wrapped up in the stories, especially if they're old stories. When you're ready, inhale the left foot up and back in behind the body. Weight onto the right hand and fingertips of the left hand if you need more room to bring the left foot through for a high lunge position. See, my back heel is off. I'm pressing forward with the back foot, back with the front foot. And then I draw the inside of the legs together to help keep that stability. Otherwise, it might get a bit wobbly. Inhale, both arms up. Exhale, sink in. Relax the shoulders. Again, keep this position if the twists are throwing you off. It can take a little bit of practice, but give it a go if you're ready. Inhale, lift up. Exhale, right arm forward, left elbow out, and then left hand out. 2 more. Inhale, draw everything on, in and up. Exhale, twist. Good. 1 more. Inhale, lifting up. Exhale, twist. Good breath. Inhale, lifting up. And then both hands down. Right knee lowers down. Right hand stays down. Left arm twist, lift. Inhale, turn to face the left knee. Left arm up. And then exhale, drape the left hand underneath the body, tucking the chin. 3 more. Inhale, lifting up, turning from the middle of the body in the chest. And then exhale, left arm underneath. 2 more. Inhale, turn and lift. Exhale, left arm underneath the body. 1 more. And then exhale, left hand down. Left knee back. Let's come all the way down to our belly again. So stack the wrists beneath the shoulders. Press into the fingertips. Let's take 6 seconds down. Turn the core on. Lean forward. Chest goes in between the hands. 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Let's stretch out again. So fingertips down, tops of the feet down. Do the same motion we did exactly at the start. So left arm lifts up. right foot lifts up. So the right set of fingertips are pressing down, left set of toes are pressing down. So left arm up, right foot up. 2 more breaths. Good, release and swap. So we lift the right hand and right arm, and then the left foot and left leg. Right arm lifts, left foot lifts. Tucking the chin, top of the head forward. Pressing down strong with the hand and foot that are on the ground. 2 more breaths. And you can release. Frame the chest. Inhale, lift the chest, pull the weight back to the hips. Exhale, child's pose. Just take about 2 or 3 breaths here in child's pose. Just take a little break. And we'll just start to wind down. So yeah, it's only a small class introducing to these twists. If you did struggle with the twists, I recommend repeating this class. The more that you can repeat this class, the more it'll get your body in a very safe way to learn how to twist, and efficiently as well. It'll practice your balance. So there's so many little bits and pieces in this short flow that'll really help you build a lot of core stability. And in general, it'll help, but especially progressing towards the next few classes in this series, it'll really help. So always recommend and encourage repeating the classes, especially one of the first ones like this one. It's all foundations. So walking the hands back, and then we'll come onto our back. So coming onto your back, having one hand on each knee, and then just tuck the knees in towards the body a little bit. And then make sure you have the tailbone and the lower back on the ground, and just with the knees together, making little mini circles. Just little mini circles. So this is good at building your pelvic strength as well, because you're moving the body, the lower half of the body and the pelvic area, and then reversing the direction. Plus it's giving your lower back a little bit of a massage, and then if you can relax the shoulders and let them move as well, just alleviating any tension in the joints. And then we'll separate the knees. So one hand each knee, knees separate, and just circling around. And just 2 separate circles this time, so the knees are apart. And really letting the shoulders become part of this movement. And what I'll do now is show you 2 kind of recline twists. So the first one is going to be much more gentle on the body. So this is your first option. And especially if the second one aggravates you a little bit or just doesn't feel good for you, maybe come back to this one. So you can just have the feet out to the sides a little bit more. So if they're directly close together, just shuffle them out to the sides a bit more and let the knees just naturally fall in. So don't force them in, let them naturally fall in. Open your arms out to wide, and then just really gently, just sway the knees from side to side. They don't need to go anywhere near the ground. It's just loosening off the hips. So this can feel really nice. Just to sway side to side as you focus your breath in the belly. Just loosening off the hips. This can be good really any time of the day, especially first thing in the morning or before you go to bed, just loosening any tension. And then as it goes on, you can roll a little bit further to each side if it feels okay, but just go gentle initially. But if we're going to hold the twist, what I'll get you to do, so there's a few movements. So if you're on your back, I'll just get you to sit up and have a look at this for a moment so you know what I'm talking about. So before we twist and we hold it, we want to move the hips over a little bit. So we lift up the hips. So I press down through the feet and I lift the hips up. And then if I'm twisting to the left, I move my hips to the right. So whatever way I'm twisting, my knees are going, I move to the opposite side. So if I'm twisting to the left, I lift the hips, shuffle them over a couple of times to the right, and then the knees fall over to the left. Yeah, it may feel a bit strange, so you can go too far maybe, but generally the more the better. So I haven't really found that you can go too far. So if it doesn't feel right, maybe shuffle them a little bit more over that side. Because then we see when the knees fall over, the spine is still in line. Whereas if I don't do that, see how my spine, it's twisting and then moving. So then the spine is actually twisting and then moving over. So we want it to still be in line when we twist. That's why we do it. And then the arms are just relaxed, and you look gently over towards the opposite side to the knees. So we have knees to the left, hips to the right, and then gaze to the right as well. So we're looking over to the same side the hips are, opposite side to the knees. Again, this is why it's a good idea to redo the classes, because it might not make sense initially, but it's a really good practice to be in. There's a lot of cool little technical things in this class. And very important. So nice big belly breaths here. And the thing about when you don't do a movement properly, or that's not great for the spine or great for the body, is you usually don't feel it initially. It kind of just, it's a strain that happens over time. And we often don't know why it's happened. So it's good to get these things early and protect your body, especially the spine. So when we come out, we bring everything back to center. So we bring the knees back up, and then we lift the hips and then place them back to the center again. And then when we go to the other side, we lift and shuffle. I usually do 2 shuffles just to make sure, because one's usually not enough. And then we drop the knees over to the side, and just, the knees can be stacked if you want. They can be slightly separate, just whatever feels good. If you need to shuffle the hips again, because you want to be on the outside of your buttock a little bit to be really comfortable. And then arms are out wide. So knees are to the right, hips are to the left, and we're looking over towards the left hand. Nice big belly breaths. And just surrendering in a little. One or two more breaths here. And then very gently bring the knees back into center, lift the hips, draw the hips back into center. And then you can just find a comfortable position on your back for Shavasana. So legs long away from the body, arms by your side. Just take a big relief and sigh out. Breathe in through the nose, out through the mouth. And you can just relax. Just imagining your whole body bit by bit relaxing. Relaxinate yourself. Just making up a whole new vocabulary here. So just focusing on the breath and imagining that the feet all the way up the back of the heels and the legs are starting to soften and relax. All the way up the back of the legs, from the lower back all the way up behind the shoulders, the back of the neck, all the way up the back of the head to the crown of the head. And then that soft, soothing sensation washes over the forehead and eyebrows, the nose, lips, whole jaw, mouth relaxing, throat, shoulders, down the arms, wrists, hands, fingertips, over the chest and belly, the hips, and running down over the thighs, knees, shins, ankles, feet and toes, till it just rests at the soles of your feet for a moment. And that's it. Feeling your entire body spacious and weightless, like you can just float here in space. And you can just completely let go. There's nothing left you need to do. very slowly, you can just start to become aware of your breath again. Becoming aware of any sounds that you can hear around your body. And becoming aware of your body again by brushing the thumbs over the fingertips, one by one. And you can start to wiggle your toes. Nod your head gently from side to side. And just start to move however feels good for you. You can rotate your wrists and ankles. Eventually taking a nice big stretch with the arms up overhead. Nice big breath in and a little grin. Then roll over to your preferred side, knees tucked in, head resting on the arm. And just take a moment to enjoy this feeling. And give yourself a little thank you for taking this time out for you. When you're ready, you can come up into a seated position. We'll finish off with 3 breaths. Each breath in, taking both hands up above the head. And then as you exhale down through center, brushing the thumbs over the forehead, the nose and lips. The backs of the hands against the thighs. And just noticing every little sensation. Noticing how different you feel and how much more aware you are of every little sensation. Even being aware that you're being aware. We'll rest the palms in front of the chest. And then we'll finish off with a breath in through the nose and out through the mouth together. Taking a breath in together now. Nice work, yogis. As usual, if you enjoyed the flow, please leave a comment below. Please like the video, please share it, please subscribe if you like what I'm creating. And I'll be sharing a lot more with you very soon and into the future. Feel free to repeat the class and I will see you very soon. Namaste.